Hello everyone and welcome to the Trade Ideas Live Trading Room recap for Thursday, September the 7th. My name is Barry Anderson, the moderator of your room. This is the email address to use if you have any questions for me. This is the link to get into our room. It is a free room. All we ask is you click on the link, you'll send us your email address, we'll send you back a form, you fill it out, and with a password, one time only, then you're into the free room. You do not have to be a member of Trade Ideas to be in our room. And I open the room at about 9 o'clock Eastern Time. That's when I start to share my screen, and then I get live on the mic at about 9:05. This is a link that you can use. You have your choice of a monthly or an annual subscription, either our standard or our premium service, and there's a promo code there for you. All right, well, quite a day for me personally. I think a lot of people in the room had extremely good days also, but one second. Trying to get my chart over here. Now, hopefully this doesn't, I can get this thing stretched out without losing it. Sorry, I should have done this before. Okay. Now, first of all, I want to get to a 15-minute time frame. And I want to get the symbol linking. Stretch this out a little bit. So let's take a look. This was really, I guess, my trade of the day. New link, NNLK. And somebody actually pointed this out. I wasn't really following this too much. This is the pre-market action. Wasn't incredible. It may have been one of those things that I was only looking at ones that had really moved up. But at the end, you know, this is just before the market opened. Look at what it was doing. So anyway, bottom line was this. I have no idea what the news is. I think they had an upgrade or something like that, but other than that, I don't know if there's anything other specific news to it. Haven't really checked. I actually tried to take this and kind of broke a little bit of a rule. I have going and not taking trades in the first 20 minutes, first 15 minutes, sorry. So I got into the trade right here. Did have a little pop. In fact, I can't really remember what was happening. I know I got in. This might have been starting to move up again, and then it fell down. I got out, got in at 10:20, and I sold at 10:03 just before it broke down through that whole number. But I kept watching it. You know, I thought, okay, you know, these are 15-minute candles, so this took an hour, maybe an hour and a half. Finally, I liked this pattern, this little pullback, little bottoming tail there. Sellers tried to knock it down. Buyers took over. And ended up taking this. I mean, and it might have looked very late, but I ended up taking this trade right here at 10:42. Right there at 10:42, and man, look what it did. Got all the way up to 1170. Wish I could say that I held on all the way. Of course I didn't. I sold some out at 1063 just in case it was going to give it up quickly. So I sold a little bit out at 1063, but then was able to hold on for the bigger gains. I got out at 1158 and 1145. So that certainly, and it was fairly quick too. That was certainly a really nice trade. Another one to talk about is this one from yesterday. This, if you're in the room, I think I had this one already when I was doing the video yesterday. This was the potential swing trade for me. Got into the trade yesterday at 1243. Oh, right there. That's why the line is there. Got into the trade right here at 1243. I did sell some at 1283. This is typically what I'll do if I want to swing something. I typically will sell some because then I won't beat myself up if it fell right back down to where I bought it, and you know, and basically gave up some decent profit. So I typically sell, and then I can hang on, and that's exactly what I did. And man, look what it did. Now, why did I get into this as a swing trade in the first place? Just look at the daily. You know, here's yesterday, and so I'm looking at this potential, you know, fill of this area. We never know if it's going to happen, but you know, I like to put the odds in our favor. We see a chart that looks like this. I think, okay, maybe a nice bounce is starting to happen. So we'll get back to the 15-minute. And just before I started this video, I did take some out at, let's see, $1.03, I think it was. 13.46, yeah, $1.03. So I'm up $1.03 from my 1243, so that was at 13.46. Still holding on. It may have still more of a move in it, but I don't have obviously as much left as I had before. But definitely a nice little swing trade. Now here's another one. Same idea. Fortura. Now this is could get pretty exciting. FRTA. FRTA is another one that you'll maybe recognize it. See what's happening? It looks like it's trying to maybe come back a bit, sort of a reversal trade. And so I saw this one yesterday, I think. I can't remember. I might have seen this little base here. But at any rate, get back to a 15-minute chart. Once it got over 3, I was certainly interested, but it had a big pop. I think I was waiting for a break of this area. Anyway, the bottom line is I took the trade at 340. And I was anticipating some resistance up in this area. I took some out at, actually I took some out as it started to come down. I took some out at 348. Holding on now, see if it can maybe thrust through 360 and all, and see what happens later. So this might turn into a swing trade also, depending on how it closes. But on a percentage basis, as I always say, definitely a nice trade. What else? I am still in this AMBA. This is from Holly. It's been a bit of a difficult one. There's the alert, 4304. This is a 15-minute chart, and you don't like to see all these topping tails, bottoming tails on a 15-minute chart. But I am still in this one. I got into the trade at 44.22. It took a long time for it to set up. I think I got in right around this area. No, probably would have been right here. And so it's been still up and down. It looked like it wanted to take out that 43.50 with a vengeance. It didn't really do it. I have to admit, I did sell some out at 44.41. Right here. Well, it's 44.40, but it's close enough. Right as it was doing this. Now it's popped back up, and we'll just have to see. So not a fantastic trade, but again, look at the daily. And you see what we're looking at here. So maybe you can, this is a massive void that it could potentially start filling. So this could turn into a swing trade, depending on how it closes. Wow, look at Newlink now. Holy smokes, it is completely recovered. I'm not in it anymore, but get to a 15-minute chart. That's why it's kind of fun to do this video while the market is still open. Look at that, and now look at this massive pop here. I'm sure some people have taken that. The other one that worked out very well for me was XL. This was a short, and this came. I put together something very simple. Called it a strong / weak. It's funny because all I was doing a couple of days ago, somebody asked me how do you create an alert window. So I just started creating one from scratch, and I just started putting some filters in place. Said, okay, let's get one. The stock is between $1 and $100. Current volume is at least 2, so it's trading at least twice as much as normal. Volume is at least 200,000 shares. Up or down 3% from yesterday's close, and also up or down 3% from today's open. And this filter basically ensures that it's going to be a stock and not an ETF or something else. And then, new high or new low. Very simple. I just put it together. All I was really trying to do was just demonstrate how easy it is to create an alert window. And I just threw this together. Was actually giving some pretty interesting looks all day long. So I've been paying attention to it yesterday and certainly today. This is the one that gave me early on XL. And I ended up shorting this one. XL at 36.87 as I broke down through the whole number. So I shorted this one right here, 36.87. I took some out at 36.44 on the way down, and then look at it, I got almost through that whole number. I was salivating to see if it could get through that whole number. It didn't, and I took the balance out right around here, and now it looks like it's actually even trying to come back. So all in all, the only challenge I had is that I was in Quite a few trades at the same time. Typically, I'm not in more than 3 at the same time, but I think I was in at 1.6, including the swing from yesterday. So, I had definitely had some juggling to do, as well as trying to answer questions. That's why I don't usually like to be in more than 3 at the same time. So anyway, and boy, look at that little Fortura is starting to really, again, on a percentage basis. You hear me say that, and some people are calling Mr. Percent. That's fine. It's all about really the percentage increases that you can get, and so 340 to 362 is a great little percentage increase. So, anyway, I'm going to close this down. I hope that that made a lot of sense to you. Interesting to me is that I had a mixed bag of trades today. A Fortura at a $3 trade, NL and K is $11. AMBA's a $43 stock. XL is a $36 stock. So, all over the place. Not just cheap ones, not just more expensive ones, some mid-price ones. People ask me, do you only trade this or that? And I'll trade whatever the setup tells me to trade, and I don't have any real bias towards how much a stock is, other than 100. For some reason, I don't like to trade the ones over 100. Anyway, thank you very much for listening. And again, any emails, here's the address. This is the link for the free trading room. And I'll open tomorrow at 9 o'clock Eastern Time. That's when I'll start to share my screen. And I'll get live on the mic at 9:05. So hope everybody has a great evening, and we'll see you in the trading room tomorrow. Bye-bye.